Oops. Hello, everyone. No one's here. I'm sure you'll all be here in a minute. Little smudge. I've got my sage here. Let me get a little smudge. Hello, whoever you are. Hi, Gemma. Good to see you. Hello, Michelle. Hello, hello. Yes, so I don't know if you're on. Hello, Reve. I don't know where you're from. I'm streaming to a few places. Deanna, hello. Oh, so good to see you. I was thinking about you today, Deanna. You were on my mind. I was thinking about you. So just a little smudge. Hello, Libby. Oh, thank you, Libby. Georgia. Oh, so many people. Aren't I lucky? Amazing to have so many people. Right, I've got to blow this out before I burn my table. So let me just pop that out whilst I wait for everybody to jump on. So, well, a new time change, and I'm also on spirit directories as well, spiritual directories. I've got the name wrong. Forgive me. I've got the name wrong. I know it's part of spirit readings. Oh my God. You'll all forgive me. Hello, Katie. Hello, Carlita. Look at that. It's distracted on Facebook. Well, this is a good distraction, isn't it? So good to see everyone. So glad you're here. This will be, oh, thanks, Carlita. I thought I'd put my hair up tonight for something different. Actually, because I didn't wash my hair, that's why. Anyway. Oh, so, okay. Well, I think whilst I wait for a few people to jump on, a few more people, because I think some of my crew from my page are probably going to jump on as well. I should introduce myself. So I'm new, obviously. For some of you haven't seen me before. My name is Marina Lovasz, and I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I specialize in channeling and therapeutic tarot. And I teach tarot and I teach channeling. Yes, that's my thing. So you may not have heard of therapeutic tarot before. It is somewhat... Well, it doesn't get spoken about a lot in spiritual circles. The focus is often on psychic readings. Therapeutic tarot we don't ignore the psychic self. That's all part of it. But we include the therapeutic practice, counselling 101, somatic tarot, so embodiment practices with the tarot. And yes, it's just a more holistic approach to reading. Yeah, it's all amazing. Thanks, Erin. Yes, I'm very proud of my program. I don't know of anybody in Australia that's running a program like mine. It is a 7-month program at the moment. It just sold out, so there aren't any spots left for that at the moment. But I'll reopen it again soon when I finish. My next group's just about to finish, so probably in a month, maybe 6 weeks' time, it'll be open again. So let me explain how this is going to work. So I'm going to show up every Sunday to do an energy report, and this energy report is for the collective. It's from your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I put my hand up to do the channeling for us. So I'm happy to do that for us. And then after I've done the energy report, it takes about 10 minutes. After I've done the energy report for the week, then I'll do some one-off readings, free readings. So if you'd like a reading, put yes in the comments section. I like questions, so you can ask me questions. That's fine. If I don't get to you, I'm not ignoring you. There's quite a few people on, and I've got a pen this time, so I'm going to I'll take down some names as I go. I should get my paper out, shouldn't I? Get a bit organised. Get a bit organised now, so I'll do that now. Yes, but first of all, I'll do a reading. So a little bit of housekeeping before I start, whilst I shuffle the cards. Oh, thank you, Lisa Marie. I appreciate that. Nice to meet you from the UK. Thank you. So before I start, I'm just going to put a link in the comments section I've got a program that is running a course at the moment that starts this Friday, this coming Friday. It's a channeling training. I teach people how to connect with their spirit team, with their spirit guides. And this course is a 5-week training. It's a group training and it's online, and it's going to run Fridays, 2 p.m. Perth time, which I think is about 4 p.m. Eastern States time, or maybe 5 p.m. I'm not sure. Sorry. Yes, and I've only got 4 spots available. We're going to work on embodiment practices to have tangible experience of spirit, as well as learning how to read for ourselves and others. So I'm going to teach you how to read with clarity, how to receive information from the guides with clarity. And yes, it will be a therapeutic journey, because all my work has a therapeutic component to it. We work on clearing the heart chakra. We live in a world, but we live in a fairly a challenging realm. The earth realm is a very challenging realm, and we've all become somewhat guarded in one way or another. So we spend some time in the program working around the heart and dropping down the guard so that we can receive more light and more transmissions from the guide, become more open to be receptive to the guide's energy. And yes, so it's quite an emotional journey. The link is there. It's pretty inexpensive. I'll just chuck it in one more time so you can see it, and then I'll start doing some readings. The link is there. The early bird's finished, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, but the full price is still pretty good for 5 weeks. So even though, I should say this before we move on, before I do this, even though it's a 5 series session, so it's for 5 Fridays. These Fridays actually run fortnightly. So it's actually a 10-week course, because you'll get to have a conversation with me. I'm going to drop in every week for your Q&A and whatever else that may come up during the group. So it's actually, I didn't realise when I organised it and I sold spots, I went, oh shit, actually that's a 10-week course. Oh my God, amazing. What amazing value for you. So take up my mistake, go forward and jump in. It's a great offer. It's fabulous. I've been teaching channeling for over 30 years now. So it's been something I've been doing for a long, long time. Okay, so let's choose some cards for tonight. So how this works is I'm going to pick 3 cards, and these 3 cards will be the reading for this week, the energy report for this week. And then I'll do some 1-card readings. So let me pick some cards. So whatever resonates for you, take it, because it's meant for you. If you get a sense that this is like it's meaningful to you, it's because there's something in that for you. So take it. Take what resonates. Oh, I want to be careful because I want this to be a good one. I've got an intense week, so I like doing this for me as well. I'm not going to lie. This is for me too. All right, here we go. Hello, London, Becky. No, it's B. Sorry, B. I haven't got my glasses on. I should wear glasses, but look what happens. The light reflects on it, and then I can't see. So if I get really stuck, I'll put my glasses back on. Okay. All right, the first card. What a great card to start off this week. So this card, the 6 of Cups. Oh, in case you're wondering, the cards that I use are the Mythic Tarot. You've probably seen them before. The cards that I've got are fairly old. They're out of print, but there is the Mythic Tarot is now the new Mythic Tarot, and they're in a different print now, but the book's exactly the same, and they are fabulous cards. They're an introduction into Jungian psychology. So if you love psychology and you love tarot, these are the cards that you want to be getting. Anyway, okay, moving on. So the 6 of Cups. So in the story, this card represents Psyche. Psyche meaning soul. And Psyche sits on this rock now. She's just lost everything. Everything has fallen away. The illusions of the past have fallen away, and she finally sits in this place of truth. So this card represents how this week, we get to find or to see the truth in the situation that we're confronted with. So whether that be in lovers, whether that be in career, whether that be in your home situation, whether that be around your business, this card represents seeing the truth. But it's peaceful, and it's loving, and it's good news. This is the card of good news. All sixes in the tarot are happy cards, celebratory cards, and this is a celebration of a reconciliation, reconciling with the past, being able to make sense of it, and finally seeing the truth. Once we get over the hurts and the bitterness of the past, once we get past that, then we can finally see the truth of the situation. And Psyche in the story, she discovers that actually she really does love Eros. Eros took off and left her because she confronted him with the truth. And he ran off to his mummy's house. He ran off to Aphrodite's house and ran off and left her. And when he left her, the illusion of the relationship fell apart. Like the romantic, exalted relationship that they had fell apart. And she was left with the naked truth, basically. So this card represents when you finally realize what you want as well. And when you know what you want, then it's easier to attain. So this is about clarity around business, what you want in business, what you want in relationship, what you want in your family life, what you want in your career. Clarity comes to us this week. We finally see the truth. We finally see that what our heart truly desires. So this card is really about looking through the lens of the heart. And I truly believe this, that the heart doesn't lie to us. The heart tells us the truth. And in fact, the heart is more intelligent than your cognitive brain, your cognitive mind, than your thoughts. The heart carries feelings and emotions and memories, and it has more neurons than your brain. And in fact, it works independently from the brain, and it informs the brain. So the heart is highly intelligent. So she's tapping, and Psyche is feeling into her soul. She's embodying her heart consciousness, her soul, and she realizes what she really wants. So this is about following your heart. This card this week, we're being called to follow our heart, to trust the truth, not the distortions, the fears, the bitterness of the past, to trust love, to let love lead. And I should add this. If you've been trying to manifest something, if you've been wanting something and it just seems out of reach, this is the card of it. This is the promise that it's going to arrive sooner than you think. Okay, next card. I call her old mate Hecate. So she is the triple-faced goddess, and in the mythic tarot, she rules the moon, and the moon often gets really romanticized. As you know, people will do rituals under a full moon. The moon is represents the sacred feminine, and it's this mysterious psychic. Look, I'm even wearing a moon. This mysterious psychic energy. But there's also this other aspect to her, to the lunar energy, and she is our anxiety. She is the mystery of the unknown and the anxiousness that we feel when we're moving through the transitions of our life. This card represents transitions. So this week we are moving through, there is a transitionary energy to this week. What does that mean? Sometimes I think of the transition like being in the waiting room. You're in the waiting room, waiting. Poor Psyche, soul, sitting on the rock, waiting for true love to arrive. When Hecate comes up in a reading, we're being called to surrender and trust what you can't see. So we're being guided by Hecate. She stands at the crossroads. Hecate stands at the crossroads of our life, guiding us towards the next stage, the next phase of our journey. But that space between can be quite anxiety provoking. And sometimes it feels like that we can't have what we want, or that we're not going to get what we want, and we're not going to have the relationship that we want. We're not going to have the business model or idea, or we're not going to have the career what we want. We're not going to have the pay rise. She brings up all these fears of what you don't want. She also represents the collective unconscious, or the collective C, the collective psyche. And in astrology, she represents the 12th house. So this is like the depths of your being, in the realm of the unconscious, of what is hidden from us. So she hides. It's like we're floating in this hidden realm. We can't see clearly. But what I know with this card, what I have come to know from working with my tarot for a long time, is that what you want is there waiting for you. You just have to be patient. This is the card of patience, and to trust the free fall. And sometimes I speak of this card like being like being in the doctor's surgery. I don't know if what your doctor's like, but when you go into my doctor's surgery, I might make an appointment for 4 o'clock, but I never know when I'm going to get in to see him. It could be 4:15, it could be 4:30, it could be 5, it could be 5:15. That's what it feels like with this card. You just don't know when your turn's coming, but trust that it is, that it will. Okay, and it's a major card, so it's a huge rite of passage, this card. Sometimes this card represents when we're having, I'm not finished yet, sorry, got to keep going with this card, it's just dropping in now. Sometimes with this card, it can be the card of a spiritual crisis or I'm going to call it a breakthrough, but sometimes it can be referred to as the breakdown when we feel like we're having a breakdown. But actually what's really happening is you're having a breakthrough and you're on the precipice, like feels like you're on the precipice of like some psychotic episode, but you're not. The fact that you're aware of you being in this discomfort tells me, or you should trust yourself to know that the fact that you know that says that you're fully aware. It's just a break. You're about to have a breakthrough. And usually when we're at that point of breakthrough, I'll start again. Sometimes when we're at that point of breakthrough or what feels like a breakdown, people run back. They run back to what was and what was safe. Don't do that. Don't do that, because on the other side of Hecate is what you want. On the other side of her crossroad is what you want. Okay. Well, so this is a nice card. So now we have the 6 of Pentacles. 2 sixes. Isn't that interesting? So 2 celebratory cards. We've got, yes, trust your heart's desires. You know what you really want. The truth is out now. And there is some reconciliation around the past and the hurts and the resentments, but you know what you want now, and that's a good sign. Even though you don't have it quite yet, trust that it's on its way. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is the offering. This is the offering. Either you're going to be offered something, or through you helping another, you will be offered a role or what you want, or it's you're being gifted. This is the gift. In the story, Daedalus, what he did is he gave up his career. He gave up what he wanted, not really by choice, not really by choice. There's a long story around it, but in short, he was very jealous of the competition. So he threw the competition off the Acropolis, and his competition died. And then Athena, the patron and who ruled Athens, he was working in Athens, kicked him out of Athens and sent him off. He lost everything. He lost everything. And so he was shamed, and he was filled with all this shame. And so this is him being offered. Somebody, is being kind enough to offer him a helping hand. Sometimes that's us offering others, like helping others, which then there is a secondary gain for you. You get something from that just by giving, and giving without attachment. And other times it is legit someone coming in and giving you money or giving you something that's going to help you reach your dream, to reach your goal. So be open and receptive to receive this week. Let yourself receive. Be open to receiving. And sometimes I think sometimes we're a little bit too proud, to open our hearts to what we want. And many women in general are scared to ask for more, especially in business. You start making money in business and then you're like, oh, okay, now I've made a little bit of money. And then you think, oh, it's like you put the brakes on. Don't put the brakes on. Open your heart to receive. Let yourself receive, whether it be love in your relationship, whether it be money in your business, whether it be a career advancement in your current employment place, whether it be, help or support with family issues. Open your heart to receive. Let yourself be, let yourself have what you need and want. Let yourself have that. So really great cards this week. Okay, so in summary, trust your heart. Let your heart lead. There's a beautiful truth that exists in the past, and you're being called to bring that into the present moment and let go of the bitterness. Forgive, make peace. Make peace with the past, knowing knowing the truth now. And of course, knowing the truth means that you now have like a clearer direction. When you're clear in yourself about what you want and you know, listening to your heart, then it's easier. It's easier to attain your goals because you're not shooting arrows all over the place. Yes, there's going to be some discomfort this week as you sit in the waiting room, and it's okay. We're going to survive it. We'll survive the waiting room. But yes, it's a transitionary card. Yes, there's going to be some anxieties. Yes, you're probably going to be, you know, if you're going through a difficult time right now, a little bit scared, you know, of the outcome, and trust that you will get a helping hand, that you will receive, that everything's going to be okay. You're going to get some help where you need. Okay, so that's a nice reading for this week. I'm happy with that. We've had some dark ones, my people, who've been on with me before. So now what I'm going to do is, hello, Ginny. Good to see you. Hello, Geraldine. Hello, Mel. Okay, so now I'm going to do some reading. So if you'd like a reading, you're welcome to ask me a question. Please do not ask me health questions. I think it's really unethical. And yes, if you've got serious health issues, you probably should see a practitioner who specialises in that area, not a therapeutic tarot reader like me. So hello from Hungary, Esther. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably haven't. Hello, Cheryl. Good to see you. Oh, Irina, Alicia. Oh, all my peeps are on. I'm so happy. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Who am I going to read for? Let's start with Janine Brody. Hi, would love a card, please. Let's do a random card for Janine, shall we? I better be quick. I have a habit of like talking a lot when I do my readings, so I'm aware that we've got quite a few people on. So just keep putting yes and putting your question in because I haven't had time to write down names. Sorry, I'll do it properly. This is my first time on spirit readings. It's not spirit readings. It's called spiritual director, isn't it? And I think I've got that name wrong too. Forgive me. Forgive me. Okay. So, Janine, here we go. This is for you. Oh, such a good card. So, this is Demeter. Don't like the lighting here. I hope you can see that. The Empress. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her belly. Look how pregnant she is. Look how full her belly is. How pregnant do you think she is, Janine? I'd like you to take a guess. I reckon my feeling is about 7 months. She's about 7 months pregnant. So the Empress represents divine timing, like waiting for the right moment. And the right moment isn't quite yet. You're going through a rebirth. You're going through some big changes, and you're on the precipice of change again. But this is like the birth of something new, a new project, something new you're birthing in your life. And when this card comes up, it is about divine timing. It's like you cannot rush this process. You cannot rush a mother. You can't rush a baby in the belly. You can't rush it to become a baby. It's nature has its own timing. It's like you cannot rush a plant to grow. Oh, you can fertilize it. You can do all the right things to give it the best opportunity to grow healthy and strong roots. But at the end of the day, nature has its own timing. And so this card it does represent divine timing and trusting divine timing. And that whatever it is that you are preparing to do, or you've been wanting to do, or you've been thinking about, that you want to create, that you want to manifest, that you want to bring into physical form, the timing isn't quite yet, but it's almost here. It's not far away. And so we know you can't rush things. It's like medical intervention for a pregnant woman. It's quite dangerous to do that. Ideally, you don't want any sort of intervention. You don't want to rush this process. You want to have it happen in its own timing. And nature has its own timing. Despite our calendars, nature does its thing when it decides it's going to do its thing. So, yes, trust in divine timing. Yes, 7 months. Oh, your business is new. Okay. So you need to give it, so if we're working on 7 months, okay, so if you're 7 months pregnant, so let's give it another couple of months before you get clarity around your next launch, whatever this launch is, whatever it is that you're going to launch. Just give it a little bit of time to cook. Give it some time to cook. One of the mistakes I've made in business, Janine, is many times over, is that I rush in. I'm a shoot from the hip kind of girl, and you know, it's like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, because the creatives do that. We just rush in and do things, and then you know, sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. Anyway, okay, next person. So let's see. Right. Yes, of course you can share my link on your page, whoever that was. Janelle Hugh. Aloha. Hello. Yes, please. I'd appreciate a reading for my highest good. And may I have your permission to share your link on my page, please? Mystic, intuitive, mediums, entrepreneurs. Sure. Would love a share. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. Shares are amazing, actually, everyone. If you do jump on these on Spirit Directory, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, and Spirit readings, it is really helpful for everyone if you do a share to get these free readings out. Yep. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate that, Janelle. Okay, so let me pull a card for Janelle. I've got to be quicker, don't I? I need to be quicker. I'm going to. Janelle, okay. This is for you. Oh, look, Janelle. Okay, so she's in the sign of Aquarius. Her name is Atalanta, and she was a warrior, and she was a very strong warrior. In fact, she was so strong she could run as fast as any man, and in fact run faster than some men. She had been raised by warrior men. However, she was abandoned by her father, and she has she has some issues. This girl, I'm not suggesting you've got problems, but she is about perfectionism. She's about the way in which we expect. We have these high standards of ourselves, which sometimes can cross over or can sometimes filter over to other people. But this card is about giving yourself a break. The perfectionist is a liar. It doesn't matter what you do for the perfectionist. The perfectionist will set a goal for you, will set a level for you, and then once you reach that level, the perfectionist will still say, not good enough. Not good enough. That's my phone ringing. Just turn that off. And so you can never, it's like you're never good enough for the perfectionist. And so this is the card of letting go of some of that perfectionism and just trusting that good enough is good enough. That in fact, that what makes us also beautiful is our unique imperfections. It's what, all of those imperfections give us a unique flair to our work. And I will say this though, she's much better at working in a global capacity or in groups than what she is one-to-one. This is also somebody who's struggling with personal intimate relationships. It's not that you can't do intimate relationships. It's just that you don't have time for the pettiness of or to go. You don't want to deal with the heaviness of somebody else's issues. And so what happens, you can see here, she's pouring water away from herself. She's pouring her emotions away from herself. You're very smart. You're incredibly bright, actually. This is the card of somebody who's intellectually you have the brilliance of mind, highly intelligent, and actually very cosmic. You have this connection to this cosmic energy. You can see universal energies. You're really smart, really bright. But yes, there's a perfectionist. So the message in this card is that you must let go of this perfectionism because it's holding you back. It's stopping you from moving forward in a much greater way, in a much more profound way. The perfectionism is the block. It's the issue right now. Okay. Next person, let's see. What's this? Yes, please. I'm doing some intuition training. Would love to see what you pick up around that. Casey Morrison. Sure. Let's see what comes up. Right. So if you've just jumped on, my name is Marina Lovasz, and I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor, and I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose. Shivers, cards are flying everywhere, creating programs and services that sell out. And my specialty, I specialize in channeling and therapeutic tarot. And I will say this, I don't ignore the psychic world. I teach channeling. It's a combination of both, but I think there needs to be a balance. We need balance. It's a whole other conversation. I can't see any of these comments. Yes, I am live on Facebook, Steph Coombs, except you're probably on one page and other people are on other pages. That's why I'm streaming to a few places at once. That's why you can't see all of them. So I'm just going to put a link in the comments section here. So this is my new course that's running, that starts this Friday. I've only got 4 spots left, actually. It is a channeling training. I'm going to teach you how to connect with your spirit guides, your spirit team, and incorporate that practice into your work, whether that be business, whether that be if you read, intuitive arts, whatever it is that you do. And working with the spirit guides, what we'll do is I'm going to teach you how to do embodiment practices, how to embody experience, to have tangible experience of spirit, evidence of your guides moving through your body, moving through your senses, moving through the channels. You're going to learn how to read for yourself and others with clarity, automatic writing. And yes, and we're going to do therapeutic work. Of course we do, because if you're going to be an amazing channel, you have to clear some of the debris that might be getting in the way or creating some distortion around what it is that's dropping, that's downloading, that's the transmission that's coming through. It's not uncommon for people to read through distortion, and sometimes people call it reading through the ego. I just call it reading through distortion. We all have a pain body. So we work on clearing some of that pain body so that you can open your heart and trust more and receive with more clarity. The link is there. As I said, I only got 4 spots left. It's 5 weeks, but it's actually 10 weeks. I'm doing it fortnightly, so it's actually a 10-week program. It's really amazing. The price is ridiculous, so jump in. Okay, Casey, let's pick a card for you. Casey. Right. This is the card that's looking at me. Oh, Casey. So this is the card of meditation, and this is the card of unpeopling, that actually you need some time to go inwards, or if you're not already going inwards, if you're already going inwards, you need to unpeople. You need to unpeople to get a sense of what's going on for you internally. It's really common when people first start learning, doing psychic development or doing like intuitive practices, it's all very exciting. They discover they're an empath, and we all feel like we're picking up stuff from everybody else. But what's happening is quite often, whatever, I'm trying to get it out of the light so that you can see the image. Sorry, whatever you're picking up is probably triggering your own stuff. And so this is the card of recovery from conflict, or recovery from difficult times, and that your spiritual practices or intuition training, whatever you call it, I feel like it's more of a spiritual practice for you, that it is about you coming in and in recovery from some difficulties, from challenges, from some conflict. And yes, it probably will get triggered somewhat. So you do need to have time to unpeople. You do need unpeopling time, and you do need to practice. This card suggests, to go inwards, introspection, and to practice, to gather, to recover, and to gather your energy so that you can actually do this work. Because my sense is you want to do this kind of work that I'm doing. Okay, so I've got messages coming through on my phone. Let me see. Who else? Just keep popping messages in, guys, and then I will read for you. Okay, let's look for Beck Thornton, sorry. Beck Thornton. Hello, will my old love return to me? Thank you. Let's see what the cards have to say. And then I'm going to read for Julia Heckenberg. I'll remember that. Then I'm going to read for Julia. Just jumped in. Okay. So Beck Thornton. So good that you're all on here. Thanks for showing up tonight, and thanks for those of you who've shared. Really appreciate that. So glad that you're here. And yes, first night on Spiritual Directories. I'm sure I'm saying the name wrong. I'm sure you'll all forgive me for that. I'll have to write it down. Oh, okay. Beck. Hello, will my old love return to me? Let's see. Change. So no. this suggests that there's change, and this is no. So it's a no. I'm sorry. But this doesn't mean that this isn't a negative card. It just means that there's a cognitive dissonance. There's a dissonance there. There's an off note, and there's an off note there. Sometimes we want to distort the truth because we don't want to feel into the discomfort of what the truth is telling us. And the truth is, sometimes the truth does hurt. Sometimes it is a bit painful. But when we finally face it, then we release ourselves from the karma. We release ourselves karmically, and we can actually experience freedom, a sense of freedom. The more honest we are with ourselves, the more clearer we are as channels. Actually, the more honest we are with what's going on inside of us, and in our relationships, the better you are at reading for others. I should add that. Yes. And so, no, I'm sorry, Beck. Okay. So I was going to read for, thanks, Jake. Hello. Jake's another tarot therapist. He's amazing. Specializing in psychic and tarot therapy. Jake's fabulous. Now I was going to read for, I've lost her. Where are you? I've lost her. Oh dear, I should have written her name down. There we go, Julia. Hello, Julia. I really felt called to read for you. I saw your name and I thought, I must read for her. There you go. Hello. Nice to meet you. So, just separated from my husband because of his drinking. Work it out or move on with love guidance. Let's see what the cards have to say around that. Oh, alcoholism is difficult. It is really difficult to live with someone that struggles with alcoholism. It's not an easy life, that's for sure. And yes, it's not. Speaking from experience, I feel for you, Julia. It's not easy. It's really hard. Okay, and along with that comes a whole heap of other problems as well, health issues and other stuff I won't go into now. Okay, let's pick a card for Julia. This is the card that's, Julia. So this card tells me that there's still some conflict there. There's still some inner conflict, and there's a part of you that, well, he's probably in some denial, and there might be a little part of you in denial as well, expecting him to make some significant change. I think it's going to take a lot of work for him to make that significant change. And if you want it to work out, you're going to have to really face what's ahead of you. I don't get the feeling that, I'll pick another card, but I don't get the feeling that this is going to be the outcome that you want. With this card, it is about the conditions of the past. Sorry, the lighting's so shit. I'm trying to get the lighting right so you can see the card. It is about the conditions of the past, what we've been born into, the relationship that we've had with our parents, and how we act that out in our relationships often unconsciously. We replay childhood traumas through our relationships unconsciously. And so this card carries some of that weight, some of that weight. I know what comes after this card, and it's endings. It is endings. So poor Orestes, you can see he's got his hands over his ears. It's like he's trying to sweep it under the carpet, or it's like the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. And yes, there is like a conflict between the inner masculine and the inner feminine within him and within yourself. There's an imbalance for both of you right now. So I'm not sure you're going to get the outcome that you want. I'm being honest with you. It's a very sensitive subject. You can't force someone you can't do it for him. So I'm not sure how, I just feel like there's some denial there. So let me just pick one more card. I just want to pick this card staring at me, poking out. Yes, I think there's going to be some quick shifting decisions, big decisions that are going to happen very quickly, like the straw that broke the camel's back. Just bang, quick decision and a change of direction. Okay. I should add, if anybody would like a reading, I'll put a link in the comment section. If you'd like a full reading from me, I do readings. I do it quite well. I do. Where is it? Sorry, I'm not unprepared, aren't I? Here it is. Here's the link. I'm just trying to find the link for you. If you'd like to book in for a reading, it's here. Here's the link. As I said, my readings are both psychic and therapeutic. So it's a combination of tarot counselling and therapy along with intuitive readings. So it's a combination of both. So we do a bit of counselling. I usually spend about 20 minutes talking about the problem story with you and working through that, helping you make sense of that, and then we do, we work with the cards. So it's a combination of both. And I find this is more true to my clients than just doing a one-sided monologue kind of reading. It's more like a collaboration, the two of us working together. Of course, I need space to read the cards, so I do a bit of talking. There's some tension around that, obviously, because I need to read the cards. But yeah, there's a bit of I try and balance it out with some talking in the beginning, talking therapy in the beginning, and then readings. Yes. Okay, so the link is there. Right. Okay. Oh, Julia, I'm sorry. Now, where am I? Oh, thanks, Deanna. I appreciate that. I love Deanna. She's amazing, and she's an amazing hypnotherapist. If you haven't, go and have a look at her page. She's got some really good offers on at the moment. If you want to do some work, Jung, and I'm fully I love Jung. Jung says your fate is actually what you believe. It's seeded in your subconscious mind, and whatever you believe, you create into your reality. It took me a long time, actually, really to realize that. I'm bordering on going on a lecture right now, but your destiny is there, but you've got to be a participant in creating it. Often when people come for readings, they expect the reader to produce their destiny for them. You have to put your hand up and say yes to it. You have to be a collaborator. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. You've got to claim the destiny. Right, I better shut up because I need to. No, Deanna is in, Deanna, where are you? Melbourne? Forgotten. Melbourne, I think. She does it online though. Okay, so, Shell Duncan Smith. Hello, Shell. Lovely to meet you. Yes, I will read a card for you. How am I going for time? Oh, I've gone over time. Oh, no, I haven't. I've still got 15 minutes. Oh, thank God, I forgot. I usually start at 7. I got confused then. I thought, oh, my God, it's 8:15. I don't think there's anybody on after me because I'm like the last person on Spiritual Directory, so I might be able to stay on a little bit longer, I think. I'll try it, shall I? If I get in trouble, I'll just know not to do it next time. Okay. I think I'm the last one because it's a bit late, isn't it, in the eastern states? Still fairly early in Perth and great for anybody who's overseas, right? Okay, so Shell Duncan Smith. Let's pick a card for Shell. Here it is. It's this one that's tucked in. Oh, Shell, I like this card. So this is about you stepping into the power of your masculine, your inner masculine. This is about you stepping into your power, like embodying, taking action, doing the things that you want. This is about building structures. This is about building businesses. This is about making money. This is about your relationship to money. This is about careers. This is how you establish yourself in society, building structures around you that can help you prosper financially, and it's also the way in which we embody the masculine, the sacred masculine, or as Jung would refer to as the animus. And so he represents your animus, and he might be repressed. This might be a part of you that's not fully showing up. This could be the part of you, the shadow aspect of you. You're not fully stepping into your power, into your capacity, or your relationship with money might be a bit murky. Maybe there might be some fears around you stepping up into your power and asking for pay rises, or stepping up in your career, or setting up that business, or taking things to the next level. This is the card of of showing up in your inner masculine. So the masculine energy is action orientated. We know it's about, you know, making decisions, taking action on it, being, you know, somewhat of a provider for yourself as well. So, you know, making money is like healing your relationship to money. This also represents father archetype, and sometimes I think of this card around father wounding, the way in which we may not have had the kind of relationship that we would have liked with our own father, and then that plays out in our relationships as well. And so yes, there's a bit of a mixed bag with this card, but I feel like the more I sit with this card, the more I feel like this is a disowned self that needs your attention, that needs to come out more, that you need to become, stepping more into your power. And I feel like that you have the capacity to make a lot of money if you wanted to. It's just you stepping up and taking action on whether there must be a business idea, or there's got to be something in your workplace where you're potentially going to be offered a new role, or you've already been offered a new role. There's somewhere that you're up leveling and you're being called to step into your, like, to empower your life, to step into your power. Okay, next person. Ginny, I wanted to read for Ginny. I kept her name kept on coming up, and I was going, yes, read for Ginny. Don't ignore her. Where are you? Are you still here, Ginny? Such a cute name, isn't it? Ginny Shearer. Oh, Shearer. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Hello, Ginny. Sending you so much love. I hope you're still here. Let me know if you're still here. Let me know if you're still here. Oh, it's 1:15. Yes, Lisa Marie. I'll have a read for you too. Oh, Ginny, I just want to give you a hug. I feel like we should meet one day. Maybe we should collaborate, Ginny. Maybe we should do some form of collaboration. Just saying. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So, card for Ginny. I'd love a relationship reading. Okay. Let's see what comes up for Ginny. I need a sip of my tea. My back's hurting a bit. I bought this like really expensive chair. It does a nice recline thing going on, but I don't sit in it properly. It still hurts my back. That's what happens when you read. You kind of hover over the cards and you lean over, and I'm not sitting right. Okay. Ginny. Here we go. Oh, well, Ginny, I'm not sure this is going to be about relationships. So I'm just going to go with what Spirit wants to talk about instead. So this is about trying new things on for size, or maybe it is about relationship. I don't know. This is like, I feel like this is around work and around niching. So I'm just going to go there rather than trying to make it up. I'm just going to be honest with what's dropping through, because it's usually the best, most accurate way to read instead of trying to force something that isn't there. So we can see here that Dadlius, he has some tools in his hand. You know the story of Dadlius. You know these cards very well. I like to explain this card like trying a pair of, like trying on jeans. You're trying on jeans, trying to find jeans that fit, trying to find the right size, trying to find the jeans that fit nice, that fit good. But it's like this is the card of like finding your niche again, or niching again, or getting clearer on your niche, trying things out and seeing what works and what doesn't work, seeing what fits and what doesn't fit. You've been sort of not messing around, but you've been trying things on for size. And so this process has been about you getting clearer on what you actually want in terms of your own business, and what you want in terms of how you're going to monetize your passion to purpose. And I feel like with this card, it is like you've been trying out different things. It will get clearer to you, but there's still some things that you haven't tried out yet that need your attention. You've got ideas there that haven't been fully put into practice. This is the card of go ahead and try it on. Give it a go. Don't be afraid. My feeling is that it's going to work out just fine, and it'll be like a nice little pleasant surprise. I'm seeing, obviously we know what the next card is, you know what the next card is, but I'm seeing that next card in my mind. I'm getting an image of that that card, success. So whatever this new idea that you have, or this idea that you've been working on, or that you thought you might give it a go, give it a go. Go ahead and do it. Put it, try it on for size, because I feel like it's going to be a nice, snuggly fit. It's going to feel good, like in the pocket of doing what you love. So go forth and do that. I'm sorry, it's not about relationship. It's not. Maybe it's not to be spoken about publicly. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes these things happen. Yes. Okay. So, okay, Anna. Oh, hang on. Before you, Anna, there was somebody else who's going to read for. Can you put your name in again? I forgot. Someone from the UK. Someone from the UK. Where are you? I may have lost her. Was it you, Lisa Marie? Yes. Can you put your? I'll just pull a card for you. I can't remember. I think it was you. Well, it is you now. Now you're going to have a reading. Yes, I want to read for you. Yes, I'm sure it was you. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up tonight. I appreciate your presence here. This makes it so much more fun for everyone. And I'll try and do my best to try and get through as many readings as I can. I like to go a little bit as deeper than a bit deeper with the cards. I usually like to tell a story, but I've been fairly tame. I've been tame tonight. Would you believe it? I usually like to tell the myths, to go deep on the myths, but I've been tame tonight because I've been worried about time and trying to fit so many people in and trying to get as many readings in as I can. All right, Lisa Marie, Wikis, I think. All right, I haven't got my glasses on. That's why I had to lean in. Okay, Lisa Marie, let's see. Here it is. Oh, okay. So, Lisa, well, this is in the sign of Gemini. When I think of Geminis, I think of shiny objects, little shiny objects. And Geminis are what I would call the jack of all. We're not master. Like, I've got a Gemini rising. I love Geminis. I can totally identify with the Gemini energy, but we're like a master. We're master. What's the word? Jack of all trades, master of none. We've got our finger in every little pot. We're trying on everything. So this is the card of quick shifting changes, like making decisions and changing direction quickly. My feeling is there's a shift in direction for you very, very quickly. If it hasn't already happened, it'll happen very soon, and it'll be like. Not really like, maybe it is like the straw that broke the camel's back, but it'll happen very, very quickly. And as it happens, you'll be changing direction, like a brand new direction. Go for the shiny object. Go for the shiny object. Whatever the shiny thing is, go for it. Don't be afraid of changing direction. This is the card of communication, and it is about intellect and knowledge and learning and the development of mind. So if that next shiny object's study or some form of like intellectual development around what you do, just go forward and do it. It's a big yes. It's a yes. Okay. Oh, what's this? Sandra. We'll get rid of Sandra, shall we? Block user. There we go. Feck off. Yes. We've got rid of her. That's all right. I'll just block user. She was blocked. It's probably a he, actually. It is more than likely a he. Okay. All right. So, okay, just Georgia, I've been watching your message. I haven't ignored, I've been looking at it. I don't really like reading around pregnancy. But let's do this. Let's do this. I can see that you're desperate for some kind of insight around this. I'll do my best. I feel like this is like one of those subjects. Whenever this has come up in the past, it's been so sensitive and like I feel often like I don't. Yes, I feel a weight of responsibility around this subject for people. So let's just be really careful. We'll explore this carefully. My preference for you would be to have a therapeutic reading. So it would be actually having a proper session with me if this is something you want to work on, so we can work on the counselling aspect, the therapy aspect of what you've been through, and then look at the other, and then use the cards to look at the other side of how we can reframe this and potentially see what else is there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what cards come up for Georgia. Georgia Rose. Well, I'm going to pick 2 cards because they're not giving me an answer. Okay, so Georgia, I feel like with this card, this is about, sometimes I think of this card as like giving things time to cook. You've got to give things time to cook. You've got to give it time. I feel like that if you want what you want, then you've got to give it some time to happen. It's like with this card, you get your dreams are realized, but you've got to give it some time, like a soup that needs some time to have all the flavors infused. There needs to be some time around this. You've got to, and there's some healing that has to be had. This is not a very nice card. Don't get scared of this, but there's like some endings to situations that need to be had for you. I don't feel like this is, I feel like this is a card around relationships and relationships that may be causing you some stress. You need to remove the stresses from your life. You've got to remove them from your life because it's causing too much stress for you. And so, yes, so you've got to be patient. You're going to have to, that's all I'm getting from this. I feel somewhat nervous about reading for this. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I would rather have a private session with you regarding this. Okay. So be patient is the message, and also to reduce some of the stresses around you. You need to kind of break free from some of these relationships that are causing you problems and and it can be family members too. Okay. Now, did I read for you, Beck? I thought I did. Can't remember. I thought I did. Yes, something like that, Becky, potentially. Let's not make diagnoses on situations that require medical intervention. Let's just be careful, I think. I think it's one of those things that we've got to be ethically careful about. Which you'll learn on my program if anybody decides to do my tarot training, you'll learn about ethics. Okay, I've got to read for someone. I don't know who to choose. Okay, Tina Fry. Hello, Tina. Nice to meet you. Yes, you may have a card. Yes, you may. Oh, so good to see everybody here. I'm really thrilled to be here, actually. Really excited that everybody's joined in tonight, and that you've welcomed me. People that don't know me have opened your heart and your mind to my style of reading, and I will open up more. Obviously, the more you get to know me, you'll start to see more about the cards and how I read as time goes on. Okay, Tina Fry, let's have a chat, shall we? So, which card do I want for you? It's got to be this one. My eyes just stopped and went, hey, it must be. It must be this one. Oh, right. So when I do we know it's going to be a big card. Okay, people often get scared of the Tower card. The Tower card in the Mythic Tarot is it's about man-made structures. not just externally, but the beliefs that we have, the identities, the facades, the masks that we produce to meet the demands of the audience, to avoid conflict or to avoid the truth. It's like with the Tower card, the truth must come out. The tower is about to fall. I call this the tower of bullshit. And I'll tell you why. I don't think you're a bullshit artist, Tina. Don't get me wrong. But this card, it's about, in the story, now I'm about to tell you a myth because it's relevant. So in the story, Poseidon is very, very cross with King Minos. What he did is he gave King Minos this white bull, this magical white bull. And what he wanted him to do was to sacrifice this white bull to him, to Poseidon. The gods loved having animals sacrificed to him. And that was in order to have the people see King Minos as a king and to see his power, that he could sacrifice this bull. And they made a deal. So the people would accept him. But King Minos happened to like the bull. And so instead of sacrificing that white bull, he got another one that looked like Poseidon's bull and sacrificed that one instead. Well, Poseidon, being a very angry god, was very upset with him, was pissed off. And so he and Aphrodite and some other gods and heroes went on a mission to punish King Minos for that. So what Aphrodite did is she afflicted his wife Pasiphae with the passion for the bull. And so she wanted to make love to the bull, and she did. Eventually, she did. She had one of her craftsmen, Daedalus, who we meet in the Pentacles, create this wooden bull. She crawled inside of the bull and made love to the bull. Yes, that's what these Greek myths are like. They're a bit full on like that. Anyway, so she birthed this half beast, half human, and hid him. They hid him in this tower, in this labyrinth. And what they would do is they would take people from Athens, from these young virgins from Athens, and they would feed this Minotaur, this monster in this tower. So this tower represents the shame and the guilt and the lies and the way in which we put up this false persona, this mask, this false mask to cover up the truth. And we all do it sometimes in our relationships. And sometimes life requires it of us. Sometimes we have to walk into situations and put on a mask and smile even though things are shit, things aren't going well. But this is about the tower beginning to fall. This is about not being able to maintain the facade forever. This is about the truth coming out. This is about being honest with yourself. This is about dropping down any sort of titles, like titles that you may have, that you might be wearing to sort of cover, like or you might be hiding behind. Many doctors hide behind their title of doctor, and behind that there are often, sometimes they're monsters. Surgeons can be psychopathic. Surgeons who cut into bones, that saw into bones, that have like some sociopathic. You're not going to like that, but they do. Some of them are quite sociopathic. They have to be on some level. So this is about the way in which we wear these masks to cover over the truth. So there is a discomfort in this card for sure. It's like God plays its hand. Like you can't pretend forever. The rug gets pulled out from underneath us. Sometimes the truth is what we don't want to see, and somehow life shows us the truth in our relationships, and you just can't avoid it any longer. Sometimes this card isn't about you being the one that's being dishonest, but the dishonesty outside of you is revealed to you, and you just can no longer participate in the relationship, whatever that relationship is. And it's like the truth comes out and you just can't avoid it anymore. And so what comes after this card is the naked truth. There's the star of hope comes after this card, but we have to let the lies fall down, and we have to let the untruths fall away so we can finally be real with ourselves and authentic. You know, the real you, the authentic you can finally come out. And so it is a heavy card. It is a rite of passage. The major cards in the Mythic Tarot, or the Tarot, but in the Mythic Tarot, they represent rites of passage. These are archetypal experiences that we all have to endure and experience in a lifetime, and sometimes more times than, often more times than once. They come, life is like a circle, just another, we come back and we peel off another layer. We come back and we peel off another layer. It's a big lesson for you at the moment, and my heart goes out to you. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay. So Right. Well, I'm going to put a link in the comments section now. So one for my, for my fabulous, and it is really good. It is really good. My channeling program course, 10 weeks actually. It's five sessions, but it runs for 10 weeks. You, me, and spirit, and a group of people working together, working in sacred collaboration to learn how to open to channel, to read for yourself and others, to trust yourself, to embody spirit, to work on your heart chakra, to learn how to do automatic writing, and to become a clear channel. You will love the course. It's online via Zoom, live sessions. And yes, I've only got a couple of places left now. I see there's been a couple of places already bought. So please jump in. If you would love to jump in, do it. You better do it quickly. And then, of course, if you'd like to go in depth and have an in-depth reading with me, where am I? Here's my link for my readings. There you go, in-depth reading. My readings are via Zoom. They are, if you want an in-house reading, if you're in Perth and you want an in-house reading, you need to private message me, because I don't give out my address or my private practice or my therapeutic practice at home. You can see here I've got you probably can't see there. Oops, there we go. Look, there's my little hypnosis chair. I'm a hypnotherapist as well, hypno-narrative therapist. Anyway, okay, that's it from me, everyone. I'm sending you so much love. I will say this. What I will do is I'm going to summarize our reading for this week. I usually get a bit lazy with that, but I'll summarize our reading, our collective reading, and I will pop it in spirit on the business page, on the business pages, and of course it'll be on my personal page. You might want to friend me to keep in contact with me. And yes, I'll see you all next week. I'll see you all next Sunday for our live tarot report. Mwah! Thanks so much, everyone. Have an amazing week.